Hello everybody and welcome back to round number 17 of season 3 of our F1 2013 career mode, and we arrive at the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix with the top 3 in the championship separated by a single point. Everything comes down to these final 3 races, so it's imperative we get a good result here in the Yas Marina circuit. Let's check out the championship standings and then jump straight into qualifying. And with just 3 rounds to go, the gap at the top is nothing. Alonso and Vettel tied on 222 points. James Early in the Lotus is 1 point behind on 221. Lewis Hamilton and Kimi Raikkonen, they still cannot be discounted, although they are very close to being eliminated from the championship fight. 3 rounds left means there is 75 points on offer for all the drivers out there, so Magnussen downwards in the championship can no longer be world champion. And the second half of the championship looks like this. Carlos Sainz, Jules Bianchi, Nico Hülkenberg, Will Stevens, all with a solid amount of points scored for their respective teams. Daniel Ricciardo will be disappointed with his haul of points so far, and seeing as his teammate Hülkenberg has even got a podium this season. Wow, that is a one-sided affair down at Benetton. The Sauber of Gutierrez with 1 point to his name. Still 5 drivers yet to score points. Could we see one of the Williams or the Haas drivers pick up a point in the final 3 races? Let's find out. And finally, a quick look at the Teams Championship, where Mercedes now lead ahead of Lotus Renault. That switched around at the conclusion of the previous round. They are 7 points ahead of their rivals. Red Bull 49 points adrift in 3rd place, but I'd still say this is a 3-way fight for this Constructors' crown this year. McLaren, well, they're going to finish 4th whatever they do now. I don't think they could even move up. If they, to be fair, if they scored a 1-2 finish in the next 3 rounds, they could still finish ahead of Red Bull, but that's very unlikely, of course. Though saying that, McLaren do have 2 victories this season, so it's not out of the question that they'll pick up another victory, but I doubt they're going to pick up a 1-2, and let alone 3 1-2s in a row. Anyway, enough talk, qualifying time. Right, here we are in qualifying 1. We don't have any rain on the radar. Of course, it's Abu Dhabi, so we never really see rain here. 26 degrees Celsius, so a solid temperature, sunny all around. And we're looking for a pole position today. That's what the Lotus team are expecting of me. A really short run down to the first corner. So I'd say getting that pole position is really crucial. Let's get out on track on the prime tyres. First things first, put the brakes onto the rear because we do not want to be locking up and sailing off the track into a wall. This track is quite technical, I'd say. Of course, they changed the layout after 2020, was it? The last time we ran the old layout. This one far more technical than the more modern layout. And it makes it harder to overtake. At least in real life. As we're purple through the first sector. As we are purple in the middle sector as well. The final sector is actually quite a long sector now that I think about it. Alonso at 42.5. I'm not going near that right now. 43 flat off, second off. It's not a mile off. Although 5/10 probably still needs to be made up. But that time will get me through to Q2. And it was a really easy time through to Sector 2. Q2, we only needed that 1 lap. And it wasn't really a strong lap in terms of my own performances or what I expect from myself. The Venezuelan of early through in 6th place. Alonso topping the session though. Bianchi, Perez completing the top 3. I imagine both the Ferrari and the McLaren on the option tyres to get through there to Q2. The drivers knocked out Van Dorn, Nasser, Ericsson, Bottas, Gutierrez and Pascal Wehrlein 5.1 seconds off the pace. That is a dismal performance from the German. And now on to Q2. So we have the option tyres on the car. You'll notice the graphic in front of us is very shiny. And I think that's a lighting issue with the game because the Abu Dhabi circuit goes from daytime to nighttime during the race. Similar to what happens in Singapore when it's a nighttime race, the screen in the pit lane is very, very bright. So I think it's the same thing happening here. As the sun starts to set here in Abu Dhabi, Early is heading on to his first time lap of the session. And we're purple through the first 2 sectors on the option tyres. Things are looking really good. Could be an easy pole position. Could be an easy victory, dare I say it. That never happens when I actually say that. It's a commentator's curse. Out the final corner, is it going to be fastest overall? It is not. It is 1.5 tenths down on Alonso. Easily enough to get through to Q3. But maybe it's that 3rd sector I'm losing out to the likes of the Mercedes. Alonso topping the session again. 4 tenths clear of Raikkonen. Early, 6.5 tenths off. So maybe not an easy pole position like I predicted halfway through that Q2 session. but we can still definitely be in the mix for a front row start, if not a pole position. Alonso, though, looking very, very competitive today. Both McLarens and both Ferraris making it through. It means we'll power knocked out in Q2. So is Sainz, Verstappen, Hulkenberg, Stevens and Daniel Ricciardo. Right, not sure on what the lighting setting is on this game. It's absolutely whack right now, but it's a 41.2 from Alonso. That's what we're chasing as we're about to start 2 back-to-back flying laps chasing pole position. And that's comfortably purple in the first sector. And let's see what we are like through the second sector. We are purple again, but the gap has come down. It's only a 10th and a half. And through the final corner, have we done enough to steal provisional pole position? No, it's third place right now. 3/10 is what we need to find. We have one more attempt at this. Let's go. Not as strong through the first sector, but maybe we can make up the time in the final sector. That's much better. Purple in that middle sector. We just got to hold on to this advantage. And through the final corner, it's a really strong final sector. Surely that's got to be pole position. Across the line we go. Is second place. We miss out by 0.5 of a second to championship rival Fernando Alonso, but early starting in second. That's a really positive start to the weekend. Lewis Hamilton and Kimi Raikkonen on the second row of the grid. Perez and Rosberg on row 3. Sebastian Vettel down in 7th position. He's got a mountain to climb if he wants to go into the penultimate round of the season as championship leader. Jules Bianchi and Robert Kubica, the 2 Ferraris, follow, with Kevin Magnussen down in 10th position. I think standout drive there. Definitely Sergio Perez in the McLaren. And now we head on to Sunday, where it could be a championship decider. Not literally due to the points, but, you know, a retirement here or the... Oh, come on, guys. Why did you skip the cutscene so quick? And it is race day here for the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix. We know there's no rain, and it's a 55-lap race. Remember Season 2 Abu Dhabi, when we were fighting for the championship and I crashed coming into the pits? Let's not have a repeat of that today. I think... whatever happens, if I just drive my own race, minimum is a podium. But if we can drive slightly above my required skill level, maybe slightly out of my comfort zone, the win is on the cards. If we take this victory today, whatever happens in the penultimate round of the season, even if I crash out and Vettel and Alonso win, I'd still have a chance of the championship going in to the finale, Brazil. So 2-stop strategy today, starting on the options, lap 16 for the primes, and finishing the race on the option tyres. Let's get into it. Well, there's only one more thing to do, and that's go racing. The 2013 Abu Dhabi Grand Prix is next. There's 3 rounds to go in this season. Every point counts. 3 lights, 4 lights, and 5, and we are underway for the 2013 Abu Dhabi Grand Prix. It's a short run to the first corner, but that doesn't stop me getting a bad start. Alonso streaking away in the Mercedes up front, and into the first corner we go. We have a challenge on our left-hand side. I think it's Kimi Raikkonen who might have actually rear-ended me. Somebody may have picked up a little bit of front wing damage as we filter through turns 2 and turns 3. Alonso took a really wide line through that first corner, compromised his exit, but lucky for him, the Spaniard had such a good launch off the start. He still has the lead, but we're right in the wheel tracks. He's all over the place. Oh, that was so close. So close. That could have been front wing blasted off the car in the first lap. Down the back straight, though. I'm going to put it in rich mix, and maybe we can overtake the Spaniard in front. Fernando Alonso, 2-time world champion in real life. Can't remember how many championship he has in this career mode so far, but we're going to move past and into first place. The Mercedes man relegated to second early, up to first place. Early Alonso, Raikkonen, the top 3. We can see Hamilton in 4th place in the background, and one of the Red Bulls in 5th position at the moment as we're on lap 2. I'm not breaking away from Fernando Alonso. Definitely a fight on for the victory today. DRS enabled on lap 3. We have Sebastian Vettel up to 5th place. He's the Red Bull that I saw when I looked behind me on lap 2. So that's a good start for the German, who was slightly out of position on the grid. Carlos Sainz with the fastest lap. Maybe I'm just backing the pack up here, which I have no problem with at all. And there's a safety car deployed. Safety car. There's a driver out the race. And it's Rosberg, who has crashed out of the race here on lap 3. Must have tangled with another driver on the grid. And we've got a safety car. Very early safety car here. So no point in stopping because we'd rejoined way down the order. Long line of cars all the way down to 21st place here. As they're still behind the safety car. I imagine it's going to come in at the end of this lap. The safety car is being called into pit lane. Early is going to lead them across the line to restart this race and go back to green racing conditions. So we're weaving to warm up the tyres. Put it into rich mix as well. That's the safety car about to peel off into the pits. And that will release the pack. Around the final corner, we're going to lead the grid across the line to start lap 6. the nice lead ahead of Fernando Alonso. Still, the tyres are pretty cold. I'll run it in rich mix all the way to the back straight. See if I can pull a little bit of a gap. Right, back into standard mix now. We've got a nice healthy lead over Alonso in the current moment. That's a nice fastest lap from early, 46.9. Already pulling a second clear of Alonso. Well, just about 9/10 of a second. God, we understeer through that section of corners though, which is going to lose me time. Luckily, no DRS enabled just yet. I think it'll be enabled at the start of lap 8. It's just early in Alonso right now, leading the pack. Raikkonen, who is still in third place, is now almost 4 seconds behind, even more than 4 seconds behind me. Almost 5 seconds behind me. Oh my gosh, where are we going? Well wide at the second to last corner there. Still massive understeer in this car. I'd contribute it to the tyre wear, which isn't looking great. We need to make it to lap 16. So we're only halfway through this stint. 5 seconds clear of Kimi Raikkonen, who's just making it onto the back straight. You can just see in the distance. It really is Alonso versus early at this stage of the race for the victory. And Alonso right now, he's holding on to the back of my car with the use of DRS. Yeah, I can't shake Alonso. I think he's got a bit more speed in his car than I have in mine. But right now we're doing the Petrov to Alonso in 2010. And Hamilton has now made it past Kimi Raikkonen. So let's see what the second Mercedes has in terms of performance. Maybe he'll start to close that gap, which right now stands at about 5.5 seconds. Raikkonen's got past Hamilton again. It's a great battle between those two. I think they're slowing each other down. So right now we are still pulling away. Oh my god, that's so good. Only a handful of drivers in the world could do that. Maybe just him. Oh, big lockup, big lockup. Off early goes. Is he going to lose the lead here? Well, he's going to have to cut across the chicane, and he's lost the lead. Alonso off the track. Oh my god, he swerves right back onto the circuit. Almost collides with his rival. My brake was at neutral, that's why. We'll put it in the rear now. Nice little helping hand from Alonso, who also bottled it. I've gone off the track again. I feel like there's no grip in the tyres. We still need to do 4 more laps before boxing. Somehow we need to do 4 more laps. Oh, and that is Fernando Alonso into the pits. On lap 12... 3-stop strategy from Mercedes. It's bold, it's brave, it might work out for them. Let's see what we can do over the next 4 laps. Got to lock in here. Perez is pumping in the fastest. Sainz has just got past not Verstappen, Raikkonen. Carlos Sainz has just overtaken Raikkonen for 2nd place. And it wasn't just Sainz overtaking Raikkonen, it's Sainz pulling away from Raikkonen. The Toro Rosso having himself a fantastic race up to this point. But you just need to manage 1 more lap on these tyres. Engineer suggesting I change the tyres now. I don't think he actually read the pre-race brief. That says I need to pit on lap 16. They are very red though, as you can see on the right-hand side. 5 seconds clear of Sainz. 7 seconds clear of Raikkonen. Alonso only 8 seconds off the race lead right now. So he's made huge time up in the intervening laps between his pit stop and my pit stop. And that's Alonso making it past Raikkonen. So Raikkonen down to 4th, Alonso up to 3rd. And where does Alonso sit? He is now about 6 seconds off the lead. And into the pits we go on the end of lap 16. And we did not crash this time. Hooray, it's already better than last year. And we got the prime tyres on the car as we're rejoining here. Got to make sure we do not go off or outside the white lines here on the rejoin, which we successfully navigate. Out in 4th position, Hamilton and Alonso both up ahead of me after their stops. So it's Alonso, Hamilton and Raikkonen. Sorry, I said that completely wrong. Alonso, Raikkonen, Hamilton, the top 3. All on the option tyres. Both Mercedes have boxed. Raikkonen's still yet to stop. And Hamilton's tyres already seemingly going off because I'm closing the gap. Alonso 45.5 on his latest lap. As we need to clear Hamilton this lap, preferably. As Kimi Raikkonen into the pits. So we're going to move back up to 3rd. Oh yeah, we're going to set this one up. This should be a very simple overtake. Hamilton struggling on his option tyres as the sun sets here in Abu Dhabi. We're side by side before even activating DRS. And with DRS as well, we're just going to pull ahead down this back straight. Look at that in the background. Magnussen also with a run on Hamilton, and he's looking to overtake around the outside. And I imagine the Dane's actually going to pull that one off. Yeah, through goes Magnussen. Not bad at all. He's going to have DRS on me down this next straight. So 2nd for early, 3rd for Magnussen. Alonso. The gap's going to be quite huge to Alonso in front. Let's have a look as we go across the timeline. 13.8 seconds. Oh my god. 46.3 as Alonso sets on 45.3. So we're a second slower than the Spaniard, who we know has to stop at least 1 more time. I assume twice more in this race. 16.7 now to Alonso, who's stretching his legs up front. He made his first set of tyres, option tyres, last 12 laps. So if it's the same length stint for the second stint, he'll be boxing on lap 24. When it gets to about 20 seconds gap, I think that's pretty much a pit stop. We may have lost the race. And that's a purple middle sector from early. Maybe finally getting his act together. The track temperature cooling as the sun is about to dip below the horizon. And there's been a retirement. It's a Mercedes. It's Hamilton. Of course it's Hamilton. You can see Alonso still in front of me in the top left. So Lewis Hamilton has retired from the race, and that is his championship hopes well and truly over. It's done now. He cannot win the championship. 46 flat, 17.7 from Alonso. He's pulling away less per lap now. He did have to make his way through a bit of traffic on the past few laps. Magnussen's still sticking with me. He could be on course for a podium. He started way down the midfield, didn't he? I think he started down in 10th place. Perez was the McLaren with the good qualifying performance. Magnussen, though, coming alive in the race. Matching Alonso's pace. This is good stuff. Good work right now. Magnussen lost a load of time on the previous lap as we made our way through 4 back markers. Purple first sector, that's what we like to see. Alonso's just rejoined from his second pit stop. He's right in front of me. 2 seconds in front on the prime tyres, though he's going to have them much fresher and a lot more performance than those bad boys. That was a pinnacle moment in the race with Alonso rejoining ahead. Mercedes perfectly timed their pit stop there to come out ahead. It means that you only need a 17-second gap to stop and come out ahead, which is much lower than I imagined. That's got to be due to the pit exit being underneath the circuit at turn 1. I'm pushing hard. I am pushing hard. That was the fastest lap of the race. 45.1. I might have a chance. We're going another 12 laps on these tyres, which sounds like an impossible task because they're already very worn. Don't be alarmed, guys. I know the sky might suggest the end of the world, but we are still all here. And now Alonso's starting to pull away. I'm still setting good times. This might be another fastest lap. Well, it would have been a fastest lap. Alonso, though, I think has just gone a second quicker. Yeah, 43.9. We're not matching that. I think we may have lost this race. It's getting brighter and brighter. The helmet is getting brighter and brighter lap after lap. Should we be concerned? At one point, does my head just explode? Alonso has just pulled away by a huge margin on the previous lap. A new fastest lap of the race as well, as my tyres already feel like they've fallen off. Massively fallen off. We're 5 seconds behind Alonso. Sainz in 3rd place ahead of Magnussen, so that's changed round in the battle for the final podium place. It's me just challenging my conscience. I have an idea and then I lose it. Lap after lap. Oh, I've got really good idea. I know what I'll do. I will. No, it's faded. It's gone again. Oh, I've got it. I know what I'm going to do. No, I've lost it. We've been so focused on Alonso this race, we've failed to mention where Sebastian Vettel is. I've just had a look at the race director. He's down in 14th position after his second stop. What is going wrong there with Sebastian Vettel? This could cost him the championship. So I might run the rest of the racing cockpit cam because the brightness on the helmet is it's so distracting. It hurts my eyes. Okay, pace-wise, it's not looking good when I'm in cockpit cam. I just set a 48.1. Ah, yes. Realism. We've got a GoPro on a big stick on the back of the car. We've switched it back to TV pod offset because I was getting too motion sickness. Yeah, that makes sense. In the cockpit cam. It's so bad. I think it's only going to get worse as the race goes on. Carlos Sainz has got a run here. We're going to be relegated down to 3rd position and through goes the Toro Rosso. How did that happen? Well, time to fight back. We have DRS, so we should be able to re-overtake him. Whoa, I almost crashed into him. Can barely see with the glowing helmet on the car. I know we've lost the race to Alonso, unless something happens, miraculously. We just need to hold on to this second place. And defensive work is needed to be done down the back straight. That's Sainz around the outside this time. Once again, he's going to make up the position. And once again, we're going to try and fight back through the next DRS zone. DRS open again. And another brilliant run on the Toro Rosso, who is in a much worse off car than mine. And back into second we go. I think I would have preferred a 3-stop strategy today. It's too late to switch now. We need to make another 5 laps on these tyres before we can put the second set of options on. Once again, we've got to defend down this back straight against Carlos Sainz's Toro Rosso. I'll just park it in the middle of the track here. See where he goes. He's going to stay behind me. We're already a pit stop behind Alonso. If he decided to go for another stop now, I'd still be behind him. Oh, he's trying it round the outside. Sainz, there was absolutely no room. But he's forced his way through. Incredible stuff. And we got the DRS, so we're just going to re-overtake him. Nice try, though, mate. That was the best go yet. And that's 20 laps to go. 20 seconds to Alonso. Hey, if I caught by 1 second a lap, I could win. Which is not going to happen. Carlos Sainz is boxed. So he is now out of the way. Kimi Raikkonen, my teammate, back up to 3rd place. And he's only 5 seconds behind. Vettel's had a 3rd stop in the race. He's 13th place. He's not scoring any points right now. State of the tyres. We have 1.5 laps to go before boxing. Not as bad as how the options were at the end of the first stint. We will be putting on option tyres to finish this race. Though they'll be brand new option tyres, not used in qualifying. 25 seconds to Alonso as we start lap 38. Boxing at the end of this one. Kimi Raikkonen's right on the back of me. Magnussen's only 6 seconds back as well. I think I'm going to struggle to finish on the podium at this rate. And there goes Raikkonen trying to overtake his team. Team orders, Kimi. You're not even in the championship fight, mate. Okay, nice one. Who's the team boss at the moment? Is it Eric Boulier? I think it's Eric Boulier. We can get Eric on the phone to tell him, Kimi, mate, get out the f***ing way. Just get out of the way. And even with DRS, I'm not going to re-overtake him. He's that far ahead. We are boxing at the end of this lap. We desperately need new tyres. And box for the option tyres, pitting from 3rd position on lap 38. I hate that pit entrance. I hate it. We're going to rejoin into this race in 5th position. There we go. We got +5 laps on fuel. We can run it in rich mix for the majority of this stint. We need to fight our way back inside the top 3 at a minimum. I need that 2nd place ideally. My helmet is shining, the man says to the doctor. Why didn't nobody polish the helmet in the stop? It would have just made it worse. It would have made it more shiny. 7.4 to Sainz in front, so that is the first target. I'm Raikkonen into the pits and he's rejoining now. Surely I had a faster outlap. He's there ahead of me. Raikkonen in the Lotus, my teammate, is ahead. Purple sector 1, 2.6 to Raikkonen ahead. Got to get team orders in here, really. Gap is coming down. We just need to do this, get into DRS range, make the overtake. Happy days. And that, my friends, is the fastest lap of the race. But I have a feeling Kimi Raikkonen is going to go even quicker on this next lap. Oh, we got traffic. We've got traffic. We need to capitalise on this. Got to get closer to Raikkonen. Where's the light coming from? That's the question. Is it from the floodlights? I'm guessing it's from the floodlights. Whatever this helmet is made of is the most reflective substance found in the universe. I saw somebody lose half a front wing ahead. Is that Kimi Raikkonen struggling? There's a car off there. Oh, it's NASA. Almost rejoining into the path of early. Just avoiding him. We're still catching, and there's still more traffic ahead. In fact, I don't think the car in front of Raikkonen is traffic. I think that is 3rd place Carlos Sainz. Very slow moving car there, getting well out the way. Does not want to interfere. It's Pascal Wehrlein. And Carlos Sainz passed there by Kimi Raikkonen. That's the battle for 3rd place. We need Sainz to fight back against Raikkonen here through the next DRS zone. And to go side by side, slow each other up. Would make my life much easier. We have DRS on Sainz. Oh, we're so much faster in a straight line. We've got to go for it. We really have to go for it, don't we? The inside we go on Carlos Sainz. Level at the apex. Ahead we go of the Spaniard. My only hope now is that the helmet is distracting other drivers. Maybe it'll cause Raikkonen to crash. His name's Fred. Oh, sorry. And we're up to 3rd place. Those drivers in the pits. Okay, now this is the fight for 2nd position. Lap after lap, I'm matching Raikkonen's pace. But as long as this continues, I know eventually my pace will drop off compared to my teammates. I need to overtake soon. I need to overtake now, preferably. Alonso 42.3, a new fastest lap from Fernando Alonso. Now, if I were to tell you that either Stevens or Vettel is 11th and 12th, who would you say is which? Would you say Vettel, the 4-time world champion, in 11th? And Stevens, who the heck is Stevens in 12th? Well, whatever you guess, it's probably wrong because Stevens right now outperforming Sebastian Vettel. Stevens in 11th, Vettel in 12th position. Used up all my curse to stay close here down this back straight. We're getting closer and closer and closer. This could be ascending to the braking zone. Or do we play it safe, set it up for the next straight? That is the plan. Back Marcus stays out of the way. It's the Haas of Marcus Ericsson. And now the DRS open again. But Kimi Raikkonen also has a bit of DRS to use. That's going to keep him ahead. Into the braking zone we go. No! No! Almost did the Nicholas Latifi. Oh, boy. It's not 2021 yet, James. Calm down. Now we've got to close up again. Oh, we've got the Benetton in the way in first corner. That's not good. Still +3 on the fuel, so we can run it in rich mix. I think to the end of the race now. Just got to set this exit up and use KERS and DRS. It should be an easy move. Good exit there. No wheel spin. And the DRS is wide open now. Raikkonen looking to defend that inside line, and swooping around the outside goes James Early and into second position. Oh, this is good. We're already pulling away there from Raikkonen. We have less than 10 laps to go in this race. We are harnessing the power of the sun. Call me Dr. Octopus, because I am about to 8-wheel this car to the checker flag. Oh, friggin' no. What am I even chatting? 23 seconds to Alonso. We're just hoping he retires somehow in the final 6 laps. If you're up to date on F1 regulations, you'd know the Halo was introduced in 2018, but clearly it was introduced on the Lotus in 2013, as demonstrated by James Early here at the 2013 Abu Dhabi Grand Prix. So funny. It's like I've made that joke myself. There's a wing on the floor. Is that a Mercedes wing? No, surely not. Surely not Alonso on the final 5 laps. Right, whoever it was, they're still carrying on without half a wing. It's a rare purple sector at this stage in the race. Not bad. Still 22 seconds to Alonso. It's not actually changed for a number of laps now. A Lotus 2-3, with Alonso being the only Merc finishing the race. This should give the lead back to Lotus Renault with 2 rounds to go. Who's with me? Who's with me? Hands up, everybody. Why don't we just set fire to Fernando Alonso? 3 laps to go. Things are looking nice and comfortable now for that second place. I know it was in doubt for a period of that race. We were struggling in the mid part of that race, especially with the stupid camera and the reflection. It's ridiculous. But thankfully, this is the final night race of the season. We won't have this issue for the final 2 rounds. The gap's actually come down to Alonso. It's 21.9. We may be catching. Really eating into Alonso's time. I'm still setting purple sectors. I don't know how. The tyres they're worn. Maybe I've just got to grips with the track. Maybe I've got to grips with the game. Maybe I'm finally getting good. I heard the crowd just go, oh, has something happened? Has something happened? Has Alonso run into issues? God, wouldn't that be good? I'll tell you what, there is actually a train of cars going slowly in the final sector. Oh, please be Alonso. That'd be so fun. There's a wing on the floor. Is it Alonso? No, it's not Alonso. Alonso's won the race. It's a back marker. Round in the final corner for the final time. We consolidate this race with a 2nd place finish. Alonso winning 21 seconds ahead of James Early, with Kimi Raikkonen making it 2 Lotus drivers on the podium today. Kevin Magnussen, I said halfway through the race he was having a great Grand Prix. He started down in 10th, finishes in 4th, ahead of Carlos Sainz, also a standout drive from him. Then we have Sergio Perez, Robert Kubica, Will Power, Bianchi and Daniel Ricciardo getting a point for Benetton ahead of the Marussia of Will Stevens. Max Verstappen 12th. Sebastian Vettel dropping the ball in a huge way. He was the championship leader, or at least tied for the championship. Now he's nowhere near the championship lead. He finished down in 13th ahead of Hulkenberg. And it's Van Dorn, Bottas, Ericsson, Nasser, Wehrlein and Gutierrez. 2 retirements. There were big names out of the race. None of them were in contention for the Drivers' Championship, but Hamilton and Rosberg retiring here today. And that is going to be tough for Sebastian Vettel to take, now 25 points adrift of the championship lead. Alonso now has an 8-point gap back to James Early in 2nd place. And only the top 3, as I said, can now win the championship with just 2 rounds to go. The second half of the championship looks like this. Carlos Sainz picking up really, really good points here today with a 5th place finish. He's on a good run of form. 3 points finishes in the past 3 races for the Toro Rosso driver. And Lotus have taken the lead ahead of Mercedes by a single point. Red Bull now just could still win it, but very, very unlikely. Thank you for watching this episode. If you enjoyed that one, make sure to leave a like on the video. Subscribe to the channel if you're not already subscribed. And if you want to, check out YouTube channel memberships. And I'll see you all in round 18, the United States Grand Prix. Goodbye.